Get down.
I gave you the stats about Australia and how they have a gun death rate that is 30 times lower per capita than the United States. In Japan in 2006, we had 2 people killed from guns. At the same time in the US, we had over 10,000 killed by guns. But Tom Ridge has an interesting theory he'd like to share with us about how it's not guns, it's something else.
We haven't even started talking about the corrosive influence of a violent-oriented world, TV, video games, shoot-to-kill video games.
Right.
When you're in the military, you learn that your target may shoot back. But you get in this digital world, this fantasy world that I think you take a look at the folks at Columbine, Aurora, etc. Suddenly, it's a different personality type.
Oh, right. It's all those video games. It's a good thing in Japan they don't play any video games. Oh, right, they play massive amounts of video games. In fact, a lot of the same video games we play. In 2006, 2 people died of gun violence in Japan. 10,000 in the US. I wonder if it's the video game.
Games have been blamed time and time again for violent and inappropriate behavior in humans. Nonetheless, it is one of the largest and fastest growing industries in the world. So in spite of the blame, game companies are still in game.
Video games are not any more or any less violent than what you'd get in a TV series or any movies or anything of the sort. So basically, as long as they have ratings and parents know how to see the ratings for them, why can't they do the same for games? Games are rated perfectly clearly as to what they are, whether they are meant for a person of 18 years old and above, 21 years and above, 16 and above, 12 and above, or whatever it is. And if anything, the gaming industry is one industry in the media that actually takes care to put that warning label on the front, on the back, on the side of the cover, with a full description on the back. No other medium does that, not even movies, not even TV series. So if parents know what TV series and what movies are bad for their children, why can't they do the same for games?
Parents buy games that are inappropriate for the age of their child. This happens even after the age limit to play the game is very clearly specified on the video game packaging. Games are sold to children without proper supervision. Games like GTA San Andreas, which is renowned for its sex and violence, are freely bought by children, no questions asked. Parents, however, fail to do this research and then later blame video game companies for their own disappointments.
I do play occasionally, very rare with my son, but I feel gaming should be an hobby. Pastime is fine, but not a full-time. And usually gaming affects, especially when during your studies, when it's schooling time, it affects in a big way. The mothers have a tough time to control their son, especially when they are when the game is in front of you. When the gaming, for example, the PS3 or PS4, whatever is in front of you, and you are with the book, half of its distractions. So I feel gaming is fine as an hobby, but it has its. I'm a big critic for that, to tell you frankly. I'm a big critic of this, especially it affects my son's studies.
To be honest, my son is not a gamer, but he's got a craze for gaming. Like he waits for an opportunity where he wants to go. Even you give him a little time and he says, okay, I'm going to my cousin's place, I want to go play and things like that. For me, it actually doesn't make much of a difference because either he gives me studies, I mean he's in ninth grade, and I want him to give me results. Because they spend so much time, at that moment, even emergency, you really want them to answer your call, and they don't do it. That is a little frustrating.
In Oman, okay, they don't have a place to go out and play. This is the only entertainment for them. So you can't stop that. If You stop that, like no, because they have nothing to do there.
Yeah, I mean the kids below 18 should not be
Yeah, do
allowed
you
to play.
supervise like his gaming?
Yeah, it has to be supervised. It
Yeah.
has to be supervised. It has to be. It has to be played in front of a parent.
I like playing games. I don't love playing games. They take my time. They let me do what I want in the game. Though they kill us, we get lives, and it's kind of lifelike, like motion sensing games. You drive cars and all, so it does affect my studies a little though my parents don't encourage it totally.
Parents just don't like me gaming. They're just not cool with it. For them, it affects my studies, and yeah, sometimes it does affect my studies. I mean, I concentrate completely on my games instead of studying. But that's my fault as well. So, yeah.
However, it also isn't always the parents' fault. Children themselves, being the curious creatures that they are, succumb to peer pressure and expose themselves to games well above their age limit. This, without the correct supervision, can also be very harmful. There also comes the question of studying. Students themselves have admitted that video games in fact does interrupt their study patterns. Therefore, parents and students must supervise gaming habits.
Basically, we got 13 shops across the GCC country and 2 in Oman.
Total 12 outlets is there.
Yeah, total 12 outlets. So 2 in Oman. One is in Foreign City Center, the other one is in MCC. Yeah, basically, like our warehouse is belongs to. I mean, we are getting the stocks from Dubai. We got a warehouse in Dubai as well. So we are getting the accessories, everything from Dubai. PS4, the new generation console like PS4, everything in especially in Oman we are getting it from Jumbo Oman. Then policies are like we don't suggest the kids to buy the games below 16 years, below 18 years, sorry, below 18 years. So we don't suggest, and without bringing the parents, we are not supposed to give the games to the kids as well. So yeah, basically the new generation console, they don't have the pirated games like especially PS4, Xbox One. So those are the new generation console.
Even the PS3 and Xbox has the firmware update, okay? So once you go to the new firmware update, you will not able to play the piracy games. So the new updates won't compatible with the downgrade version. So either now customer has to choose the piracy or they have to choose the new version. So now the customer forced to go to the legal version of the games, the genuine games. So if in example, if they have the later version, they were not able to play the new version games. The new version are updated, the new firmware. So they won't able to play the new games if they want to go back to the piracy. So we are not facing much problem with the piracy. Even the Muscat municipality and consumer protection, they are against the piracies. So they are also supporting us, so that we are not facing much problem.
Yes, gaming companies include harsh violence and sex in their games. However, age limits are very clearly specified on the packaging. Parents who do not supervise this and blindly buy the game later end up blaming game companies for their child's bad behavior. Nonetheless, building and healing begins at home. Parents must supervise their wards' gaming at an early age and limit them to games within their limit. Allow them to play. It has a lot of advantages, but within their limits. They are still children. This is why, if the change begins at home, It will be the change of the generation.
Not all games are violent. You get artistic games just like that one, which are pure art. It's just a platformer, there's no violence in it. It's just a story being told. And they can be just as exciting and just as good as any other game that you'd get. It's only what they call violent video games, stuff like Battlefield and Call of Duty, Counter-Strike. These are the games that get mainstream attention because of their competitive nature. But they're not the only games that exist. You see, there's artistic games, there are platformers, there's everything from comedy games, fun, just standard fun games to, you get your violent games, you get your war games, you get pretty much everything you want. Just like TV series, just like movies, each has its own target audience. The same goes for games, just as it does for every other medium of media.